scorpion being the scales being part of the scorpion. And so as we know, the scorpion represents Satan. He's being tread upon by Ophiuchus. And so at this right hand of the scorpion, which is Satan, Mars was right there on the exact day that he said the star to me. And this blew my mind because I don't know the star. I don't know any of these guys. I had to research this all right after. And then I'm looking on Stellarium, and on the exact day and the exact time that he told me these words, there Mars is right at the right hand of Satan. So as we know, Mars is the Antichrist. The Antichrist is literally essentially the scepter of Satan. That's what he's going to be in the beast system. And right beside it, forming a perfect triangle, was Mercury. And so Mercury is the confirmation planet or the witness planet or the messenger planet, because it's right next to the sun. It almost represents like kind of this angelic messenger to like confirm something. So it's always there whenever there's like a conjunction that's really, really important. And so then what happens is, so I looked at the conjunction, and I'll just explain it in a second, but as God is clearly telling a lot of us, he's showing how, when we do it backwards, people say, oh, that's satanic. That's not satanic. It's just the hidden kind of concealed meaning. And this is like this kind of represents the spiritual meaning in juxtaposition with the physical meaning, right? Because it's hidden. And so it takes the spirit to really understand these things. And so I'm looking at the conjunction. I feel in my spirit I got to play it backwards. And so it starts around November 15 to 16, around that time period. And when you play it backwards, what happens is this. You have the new moon. It's in the hand of the scorpion. And the new moon is a picture of like this virgin in a way, and it's concealed, and the bride, and the dark side of the moon, so that means the moon we can't see from the earth, is lit up completely 100% by the sun. And so again, you get the imagery of the hidden away bride who's a virgin, who only the bridegroom knows. Okay, and in Hebrew, knows is more profound than the English word knows. It's like, it even means, going into the room to consummate the marriage, okay, hidden away while the guests party. And so the moon is there in the hands of Scorpion. As we know, this is the Jubilee. You have 444 Pleiades caught up in Taurus, which is Satan. Again, another picture. And, on the Mazzaroth, that's the 9th hour. And so this is the 3rd hour that we're talking about. So it's the direct mirror. By the way, my first dream was in the 9th hour, that conjunction, and this one's in the 3rd hour. So anyways, very beautiful, very symmetrical. And so the moon's in the Scorpion. And what happens is the sun then moves to cover up Mars. And I might post this video on my community page so it's easier to see. The sun covers up Mars. You have the sun being the imagery of the bridegroom, covers up Mars, the Antichrist. Then the moon moves very fast. So right after it covers up Mars, the moon goes by, and it goes off to where Venus is. And Venus represents the first fruits, which represents the bride. Venus represents, in a way, Eve. Venus represents all these amazing things. And how amazing is it? Like, that is, you can look at the heavens. You can see what the heavens are doing all sorts of times. I look at it from time to time. I don't see anything. I'm always looking. I'm always going with the Holy Spirit. But this conjunction is happening, and it ends. Sorry, guys. Mars will then be uncovered by the sun and move to the Zubin El-Ganubi star that I talked about. And that is the right hand of the Scorpion, which is Satan. And that ends right around now. So like I said, it's backwards. So from now, essentially, you could say to November 15, you get this conjunction that happens. It's literally a picture of the rapture. It's literally a picture of the bride going to the bridegroom, and a picture of the restrainer restraining the Antichrist. And right after the restrainer's gone and moves away, the Antichrist goes to the right hand of Satan. And so I think that is
amazing.
Part two.
That is huge.
This is happening now. All right.
Yeah, I agree. And also Pharaoh in Egypt, we figured out that the Exodus thing, he said Obama was literally the Antichrist, right? So, and that goes back to Pharaoh in Egypt. Well, what happened in Exodus? Pharaoh in Egypt. It's almost like they're using witchcraft and sorcery to put the spirit, and it's very, very supernatural in the end times. They've had a lot of technology for years, and then all goes with CERN and the portals and everything like that. But McKenna had some things she wanted to talk about with her dates from also Andrew had some dates as well. So, but he can't be here, so McKenna's going to read it for Andrew.
Oh yeah, I'm just sharing all of his what he emailed. And then also after that I'll share my vision because it confirms Jess's revelations.
Yeah.
Okay, so Andrew says he loves you all.
Oh, we love you, Andrew.
He says numbers are looking promising for this month. I'll try and be as clear as I can so that I can read it. So this month is November, which means 9, also the 11th month, Gregorian 9/11 reference, the week of 11/5 through 11/11 with 11/8 as the Wednesday in the middle, is 115 plus 116 plus, I'm sorry, not one, yeah, 115 plus 116 plus 117, 118, 119, and it goes all the way to 11/11, which equals 2806. And then if you mirror that and add it to each other, it's 8888, which is like, Jesus and Jesus Christ. I think 888 is Jesus Christ our Redeemer too, plus beginning and remember, there are 2 ways to calculate standard and ordinal. Ordinal and order, each letter has a value of 1 to 22. Standard has values in the tens and 100s places, so that number is always bigger. Jesus Christ is the ordinal Hebrew or Jesus Christ in the ordinal Hebrew is 58 plus 57, which equals 11/5 or 115. So basically tomorrow equals Jesus. Also 11/5 or 115 plus its mirrored self 511 equals 626, and 626 plus itself is 1252. And then that plus its mirror is 3773, which is the entire project, number that Jesus poured out over Andrew the entire year, and it's also like a mirror connecting to Kassi's birth time. 737.
Yeah, 737.
And then I always add that. Sorry, Kassi. But
it's all right.
He gives me 737 all the time, so I get it. My hotel room, when I was looking for a place, 737 was my hotel room.
And then also 11/5 or 115 is also the standard Greek value for the key to the abyss in Revelation 19 or 20. That's huge. The other time key is mentioned is the key of David that opens a door no man can shut, 265 in Greek. Plus the mirror 3 times is 7106, which is that 617, like mirror of the 6th month, 17th day when we were caught up in the spirit. And then, sorry, I'm trying to catch up. Now take all the dates and I multiplied the month times the day. 11/5 equals 11 times 5, which is 55, through 11/11, which is 121. And then 55 plus 66 plus 77 plus 88 plus 99 plus 110 plus 121 equals 616, which is also connected to the 617 to roll away the stone to set free the prisoners. And I will also I'll copy and paste these emails as well, since it's hard to follow when I'm just reading it to you guys probably. But if you split a circle in half, it's 180 degrees, in half 90, then 45, finally 22.5 degrees angle, which is 522 right to left. When you do this, the circle will have 16 pie slices. Take the second to the last one, 15th, and you